Hey everyone, we have manager Bud Black here post game from Oracle Park. We'll go ahead and get started as soon as possible. If anyone wants to have the first question, go ahead and raise your hand. Patrick Saunders, go ahead.
Hi, buddy. I would imagine tonight's game, from your point of view, comes down to two things. Their starter was terrific, and Austin Gomber for you just was not the Austin Gomber we've seen the last probably 3-4 outings.
Yeah, it was a tale of two nights for two different starting pitchers. Their guy was good. I mean, he had a good sinker. He had good velocity on his four-seamer, good slider, good changeup. He had a good mix. We just couldn't solve him. He was efficient. There were some quick outs. I thought we hit the ball hard a few times, nothing to show for it. It was his night. They jumped on Austin. He made some mistakes out over the plate. We're gonna look at some video to see if maybe they had something on him. I don't know. There were some at bats that I thought were especially on the curveball. But needless to say, I think they had a good approach tonight against him.
When you say look at something, like maybe he had a tell or something.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, again, I think that there were some pitches in the middle of the plate that they squared up, but we're going to look at some video to see if if there was something more to it.
One more for me. Through the years, there's always been a talk about a Coors Field hangover. The fact that you can put up numbers as you did yesterday and just kill the ball, and you come to the West Coast, particularly a place like San Francisco, and you guys just struggle offensively. Do you buy into that theory at all?
Well, no.
Okay. Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome.
Thomas, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Obviously, in the eighth inning, you go to Fuentes. You never really want to go to a position player, but is that something you've determined in spring training or whatever? Say, hey, if we're in a bad spot, you're going to pitch, or is it something that happens in real time?
You're right. I never like to do that. I dislike that a lot. I never want to do that. But tonight's game, I thought, warranted that. We looked at, a couple guys who were on our bench, Sam, Josh, we went with Josh.
Yeah, you also got a little bit of work in for Chasine, who pitched pretty well, and also Kinley got some work. I mean, games like you try to make the most of them. Is that the kind of idea? Just get through it with those guys and hope that they, just get on a little bit of a roll.
Well, you'd like to think that Shashin, that's for now that's his role. That type of game to work some innings for us in this type of game, whether we're up a few runs or down, to save our bullpen. He's a veteran pitcher with a great team spirit. He knows, what that role means and what that means for the rest of the guys in the bullpen, to be able to go 3+ innings and keep other guys out of the game. Kinley pitched on Saturday. Prior to that, it had been a little bit of a layoff for him, so it was good to get him in the game and for him to try to work on some things to get the ball in the strike zone. His stuff was great today. He had a number of punch outs with velocity and a hard-breaking slider. But you never like to have those games, right? We had one yesterday against the Phillies. The tables turned today against the Giants.
And finally, the Rockies actually had never started 0-7 on the road. Is this just one of those days that you just hope the guys just shower it off and forget about it?
That's exactly right. The guys, they'll come tomorrow ready to play. We need Chichi to throw a good game. We need to get some hits against Sanchez. Guys have played a lot of baseball. There's been games like this that both sides have played. It's a new day tomorrow. We'll come out ready to play.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay.
All right, go to Ed Henderson for the last question. Ed, go ahead.
Hey, buddy. Obviously, a lot is said about pitching at sea level versus pitching at altitude. Do you think Austin, because he's new to a Rockies environment, maybe struggled with that a little bit tonight, especially with commanding the curve?
No.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay, Ed, thank you.
All
All
right,
right,
thank you,
guys.
buddy.
Thank you.
Everyone, we're gonna have Austin gone before you here momentarily if you want to raise your drop now.
I don't think I'm muted, so pictures coming up next. I thought Buddy was great. Good answer. No.
All right, everyone, we have a starting pitcher, Austin Gomber. We'll go ahead and get started here. Ed Henderson wants to lead us off.
Hey, Austin, thanks for coming out. And I wanted to ask you, with regard to a question I just posed to Buddy a couple of moments ago, I know that sometimes there's much said about pitching at altitude versus pitching at sea level. In your efforts tonight to command the curveball in particular, did you find that to perhaps be a factor?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I think they put good swings on pitches today, man. I got into a good amount of hitters counts and just threw pitches over the middle of the plate, and it felt like everything they hit when I was out there found a hole. And that's what happens when you throw pitches in the middle and they get hit hard. They tend to find holes.
Thanks, Austin.
Yeah.
Thomas Harding. Oh, Thomas, my bad. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, Buddy was saying that he wanted to kind of look at the video, and he thought that the Giants were really on some pitches. Did you think that maybe there was something they picked up either in a pattern or something you were doing or sign wise that led them to know what was coming?
I don't know. I mean, it's tough for me to say. I don't think so. I mean, it's hard to just, pitch bad and then resort to that. I mean, like I said, a lot of the hits were just middle of the plate. So, I think it was more just about execution and putting myself in bad counts, and they had a good game plan. I kind of, tried to come in and do the same thing attack wise, approach wise that I did last time here. And they were on it today.
You had said, I think after the first start of the year, you've had bad starts before. You'll probably have them again. I guess this is another one. You just try to wash it off and do it the same way that you did last time.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's not the kind of outing you want to have, but nothing I can do about it now. Just, go home and I'll obviously watch the video and see if there was anything to what Buddy was saying, but really it's just about going out there and making better pitches. That's what it comes down to.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
All right, we'll finish up with Patrick Saunders from the Denver Post. Patrick, go ahead.
Hey, Austin, actually, I think you kind of answered my question, or when you answered Thomas's question, you answered mine, and that was the idea that were you giving away something? Did they know, your curveball was coming in certain counts? But you're telling us that until you really study the film and look at things, you don't think that was the case, correct?
No, I mean, I don't think that was the case as of right now, but I haven't gotten to look at the video yet, obviously. It's hard. It's hard when you're throwing pitches in the middle of the plate to really say that, they know it was coming. We'll wake up tomorrow and we'll be focused on the next start against Arizona and just going back to executing pitches.
Excellent. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Anything else for Austin? I think that's it. Thank you for Austin. Hey, thank you for joining. Everyone will talk to you from Oracle Park tomorrow afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you.